Good morning. When to refinance versus sell, the decision that impacts your wealth. And most homeowners ask the wrong question. They ask, should I refinance or sell right now? And the real question is, what strategy maximizes your equity, your cash flow, and your long term position? Because this isn't just a transaction level decision, it's a wealth strategy decision. So the core difference in refinancing is you're going to keep the asset and restructure the debt. Whereas when you're selling, you're exiting the asset, unlocking the equity, and repositioning capital. And both can be right and both can be wrong. The key is understanding when each strategy wins. So let's talk about when refinancing makes sense. One, you have strong equity. And if you've built significant equity, refinancing will allow you to lower your monthly payment or pull cash out with a cash out refinance, or just reposition your capital without selling the property. So, say for example, you own a $500,000 home with a $250,000 loan, you may be able to access that 100K or so in equity without selling. Two is if you want to improve cash flow. And refinancing can extend your loan term, can lower your interest rate if the timing is right, and you can reduce your monthly obligations, which is the goal. This is especially powerful for investors converting to rentals or homeowners managing rising expenses. But three is if you believe in long-term appreciation, and you should, particularly if your market is in Houston, Katy, or Fulshear, and they're continuing to grow. Selling may cut off future upside, whereas refinancing lets you stay in the asset while you're improving your position at the same time. It's a strategy mindset. Keep the asset and optimize your debt. Four is you need liquidity without selling. And cash out refinancing allows you to fund another investment, or to pay off higher interest rate debt, or to build reserves, which lenders love. So when selling makes sense, one, your equity is better deployed elsewhere. And sometimes your capital is trapped in the wrong asset. And selling would allow you to move into a better performing property, to downsize or upgrade strategically, or to reallocate into a higher yield investment. And this is where investors win, with capital velocity. Two, your property no longer fits your goals. So if there's been some life changes like a job relocation, a family size shift, a lifestyle shift, or if the property no longer aligns, holding it just because you can refinance could be a mistake. Third reason is the numbers just don't work. And refinancing won't always be a win. And at that time, you could face higher interest rates than what your current loan was initially, or closing costs that could outweigh benefits. Or if there's just a minimal payment improvement, like what's the point? So if the math doesn't improve your position, refinancing is just an activity and not a beneficial strategy. Or four, you could be sitting on peak value, and markets move in cycles. And if prices are elevated, or demand is strong, or inventory is tight, selling can lock in gains and reduce risk. So let's talk about some hidden factors that most people miss. So closing costs for a refinance, roughly say 2 to 4% of the loan amount, whereas selling would be more like 6 to 10% in total transaction cost. And that alone can swing the decision for you too. But two, there's also tax implications, and selling may trigger capital gains taxes or depreciation recapture for investors. But whereas refinancing is typically not a taxable event. And three is the opportunity cost. And the biggest mistake could be not asking, what could this equity do elsewhere? So here's a strategy tip. If you think like a lender, and lenders don't care about emotion, what they do care about is the cash flow, the risk, liquidity, and your exit strategy. And you should too. most people treat this like a rate decision, and it's not. It's really a strategy decision that's about your balance sheet. And if you structure it right the first time, you keep control, you maximize leverage, and you build long-term wealth. And if you get it wrong, you lock in bad debt or sell at a wrong time. So the call to action is, if you're trying to decide whether to refinance or to sell, let's break it down strategically. And I'll help you evaluate your equity position, your cash flow impact, market timing and direction, but also loan structure options. If you're interested, please visit my website, billrapponline.com, to figure out how to get a hold of me. Love to talk to you more. Have a good day.